All right, it's 5 o'clock on the dot. That means it's time for the B Show. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the B Show. I'm Deborah Voltaire Coulange, and I'm so excited to have this opportunity to have my show go live. If you don't know, I started this podcast on Instagram because my husband says I talk a lot. And so I figured maybe other people may have the same thoughts and ideas that I do. And um, here we are. I got the opportunity to do this on Facebook Live with a great group of guys. But of course, it's a one lady show. So I had to make sure my voice is heard. I want to be outspoken. I want to be fun. I want to be real. And most importantly, I just want to be here with you guys. So I decided for people who may not know me or may have never seen my show, which is your loss, I'll tell you three things about me that you should know. One is I'm very pretty. Two is that I love to speak my mind, and I do not feel like anyone should be limited to what they believe and to what they feel. And third, I really love to have conversations with other people, and I love to boost other people so that we can all be equal. So I'm a little nervous because it's my first show, but hopefully you are all watching and you're cheering me on in the background because today is B Day. You see that? B Day. Another thing is I got my show title from my grandmother. She used to call me B, and my husband actually looked my name up and was like, "Why does your grandmother call you B? Why do like all your family call you B? Your name is Deborah. No one calls you Debbie. It's really weird." And I told him my name means like B, like the actual B. And he looked it up and was like, "Oh my God, your name means B." So this show is named after myself, but the nickname that my grandmother gave me. And I know she's watching up in heaven, who she unfortunately passed away due to COVID, but I know she's so proud. And that's all that matters to me. I don't care if no one else watches this show because I know my grandmother is watching right now in a bed with her legs crossed saying, "You look so pretty, you're like, thanks, Grandma, I know." All right, so let's get down to business. First, I'm going to tell you some of the things that I want to talk about. And if you watch the promo for this week, I'm going to have my personal trainer, Leron Rose. He's so amazing. He has actually helped me get this self-confidence that I have. I mean, it was big, but now it's like even bigger. And I'm thankful for him. And then I'm also going to have this young, hot tenderoni named Declan on our show, and he's going to help us talk about some sports topics for this week. So on my Instagram, Debstar_B, I asked my friends and people who follow me, what is one topic that you like for me to discuss today on my show? And I say a lot, so I apologize. They said self-confidence. And that's such a big thing for women, especially in 2021. Um, there's For women in 2021, for women who are plus size, for women who feel a certain way, especially with being COVID, it's hard to maybe have your self-confidence because you see so many other women who are doing this or that, and you're home and you're like, well, I wouldn't be like that, or I wish I could be like this person, but unfortunately I can't. So first thing I want to say is forget all those other people. No cursing, no cursing. Forget about all those other people, because the biggest thing that matters, which is something my mom taught me from a young age, is you have to have self-confidence. You have to believe in yourself because nobody else will. You have to fake it till you make it. Um, Little story. I remember when I was 10 years old living in Brooklyn, we went to Catholic school and I was walking by myself. Yeah, my mom was like, "You got two legs, you take that bus, you come home, open your key, you'll be good." You cannot do that now. Things have definitely changed. But yeah, I was walking home. I just got off the bus and somebody literally was like honking at me. And I'm like, who's honking at me? A 10-year-old girl in my uniform. And the person was like, "Move out the way, fatso." And I was like, who talking to? So I went home to my mom and was like, Mommy, somebody called me fatso. And she's like, are you fat? I'm like, am I? And she's like, do you think you're fat? And I'm like, no. And she's like, so it does not matter what anyone else thinks. It matters what you think. Like, I was born with this confidence, and not everyone does. And there are moments, believe me, where I second guess myself, and I keep a core group of people that help me and reminds me that not what I see is not what they see. So you kind of need that, group of your girl gang to like tell you, this is what it is. Also marry someone who knows that you look better than them, because he will tell you all the time, how good you look. But yeah, when I was a little girl growing up in Brooklyn, I used to wear spandex and a sports bra, and I walked down the street belly out like I didn't give a F. And people were listening to like Biggie Smalls and Tupac and LL Cool J, and I was walking down the street listening to Paul Abdul, Mariah Carey, and I was just like, this is it. And it never dawned on me that I was a different size than other people. So back to self-confidence. It is what you truly believe that it is. You should never let anyone put you down. And everyone has their own struggle that they're just not showing you. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So before Leron joins, I just want to talk briefly about something that's going on in the industry. It started with like R. Kelly, and it started with Cosby show, and that show is not allowed in my house, even though my husband watches it behind my back. Now it's the new topic is T.I. and Tiny, and it's really upsetting to me that it's 2021 and something like this is still going on. Like, how are we allowing these men who are so powerful and to have women who support them, like David Epstein did, to groom these young minors and let them believe that it's okay to drug or to assault or anything like that? And I think that also ties into the self-confidence. That's where I was getting. We should not allow, and this is also for little boys, it can happen. We hear more for women though, and it's more upsetting that people don't believe a woman, especially if it's like a Black woman. We kind of like, if you are not comfortable in a situation and you are not the Michelangelo of your life, you cannot go to someone else to do that for you. We need to start holding these men accountable and let them know it starts at home, it starts at the job, it starts at any other place. You ain't gonna do what you want to do to me, boo. And if you think you are, I'm gonna record it and I'm gonna make sure I spread the word and that other people know. And that's all that I want to say about that. So Leron should be joining us pretty soon. Let me tell you briefly about him. I mean, he will tell you more about himself as he joins. He is such a good person. I got introduced to Leron from a good friend of mine, and everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer of that. She went away on a trip with a group of friends. She met him and he told her what he did. And in the beginning of COVID, we all gained that weight. Like, I'm not even afraid to say I gained a lot. I don't know if it's because of the passing also of my grandmother and being so excited that I could just eat whatever I want and working from home. I gained a lot of weight. And I was just like, I need help. I need to seek help and I need to get out the house. So he literally lives down the block from me. And I'm not going to lie, I used to drive to his house. That's how lazy I was. And I walk. I walk now. He enforces it. And I met him and I was so scared, like, to do little activities. I remember one day I started crying because he wanted me to do the step up and I was so afraid to fall. Literally, that's like an analogy. You got to step up, but sometimes you fall and you get right back up. And he kept telling me and I just couldn't do it. And I'll never forget this day. We did some kind of workout and I went home crying in my car. And I still showed up and he kept pushing me to do different things. And one day I just was like, I'm not even going to fight him. He just kept telling me, do this. And I cried the whole time. And he was like, you all right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm perfect. And I sat in my car for 1 hour and cried my eyes out. And this goes back to like self-confidence and doubting yourself. I was just like, he does all these videos with these little itty bitty girls and they look like they can do it. And, I'm a bigger size and I just can't hang with these girls. But he helped me so much physically, mentally, and spiritually to get where I am. He's such a good person. And I'm so happy that we started this journey. And because of what he taught me, I'm able to work out on my own. I've lost 30 pounds. It is so hard to lose more. Like, I'm not stopping, but it's so hard. It's like, what else do I need to do? But because of him, I motivated some other people and I have a group chat going, and not to share everyone's journey, but within the last 6 weeks, we restarted for the new year and everyone is doing really well. And that's what I mean about having your core group of friends who can push you and, people who want to see you do well. So those, like, he started something so little, like planted a seed, and now I've become like a full blossom, and I've got other people, and we're building like a MFN garden. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't even a pun to like his show, like his thing, because it's called the Rose Dungeon, and he always says planted from the. Wow, you see me, like these are things that I just do, and I don't even have to think about it. Woo! So we're just waiting for Leron, like I said. And then we're also going to do a little sports segment with my friend Declan. I know nothing but everything about sports. I tell you every single time. This may have been my first time since like in the history of the Super Bowl that I got who was going to win wrong. But usually for championships, I think that's what it's called. My husband gets upset when I'm wrong. Playoffs, something like that, I usually predict who's going to win, but this was the first time for the Super Bowl that I was completely wrong. And when Declan comes, we'll go into like why I thought the Chiefs were gonna win. Like I said, I'm a girl who knows everything and nothing about sports. I do know that I'm gonna do a spotlight of who I love for Black History Month, and it's definitely LeBron James. Like, I'm obsessed with Dwayne Wade. I don't know if anyone knows that. I loved him since the beginning of time, but my first person who really got me into sports was Chris Webber. He's a very good looking man. And he used to be with Tyra Banks. But there's something about like charisma that him and Dwayne Wade both have that is just really, I don't know what to say. It's just, when you see someone that does a lot for the community and wants to help others, and now he's kind of doing his own little thing now that he's retired. I mean, he's married to Gabrielle Union. So at first, I'll never forget, I was so upset. And funny story, we were at McDonald's, me and my husband. So sorry. Me and my husband were at McDonald's, and that was the day that Dwayne Wade, he got married to Gabrielle Union, well, engaged, and we were at McDonald's, and I was just like, the lady's like, can I place your order? I was driving, and we pull up, and the lady's like, here's your order, and I'm like, ma'am, Dwayne Wade proposed to Gabrielle Union, and my husband screams, just give us our fries, please. I was so devastated. He is a really good guy who has done a lot for Miami, for his team. And the one time that I was able to see him, like floor seats, my husband surprised me. They were playing Miami Heat was playing against the Brooklyn Nets. We got floor seats, like about to be like, floor seats or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to see Dwayne Wade. Like, I'll be able to see the sweat, like kind of like the sweat I have right now, dripping on me. And I was like, oh my God, Dwayne Wade. And he didn't play because PFL. Basically, his wife, Gabrielle Union, and him just had their little girl, and he didn't come to the game. And that was the worst game ever because I went with a Celtics fan who's a hater of Dwayne Wade. And so when we were there, anytime they scored, anytime I was like so excited, Carl was just booing to the point where I was just like, this is not even fun. Like when we come to see the Celtics game and you act crazy, I don't say anything. This is my moment. And he just completely blew it for me. Well, We are waiting for Leron Rose, and this is what happens when you go live. So it looks like we're having some technical difficulties. But I'm a chatterbox, so I could keep going. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. I'm trying to add him. And like, let me just say, this is my first time ever doing this live. And I promise I'll get better. And I promise that like we'll have more guests and we'll do more things. I already have next week's guest, and I'm so excited. I hope that when you see the promo drop, you'll be too. I'll give you a little teaser. Food. Valentine's Day. So if you're watching this live, please comment below. Let me know some of the things that you like for me to speak about on my next show or in the next show and the next show. If you want to be invited, I'm here for everyone to have their, their voice. Like I said in the beginning, that's the main purpose for the B show, somewhere where we could be loud, be seen, be heard, and be unapologetic. I think I said that right. Another thing you'll learn about me is that I don't know how to say a lot of words correctly. And I blame that solely on my cousins. When we were younger, we went to Haiti and they didn't speak any English. So I decided like I gotta talk Creole to them. And I went for the summer. When I came back, I didn't know a speck of English, like to the point where I was on the school bus. Also, I had to be on Hooked on Phonics. Like, when you like this, my mom would be like, "What is this?" And I'm like answering her in Creole, and she's like, "No, in English." And I'm like, "Cat, stick it, glue the cat next to this word." So to this day, I blame them, and it don't matter because I made it here. You know what I'm saying? From the bottom to the top. Ew. I'm so nervous. All right, so my buddy is here right on time because, this is what I do. This is what I do. I'm so excited. And ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for Leron Rose. He's joining. That's what it says. I mean, hello.
What's up, Dad?
I mean, better late than never. First of all, besides, I won't even be upset because I miss you so much.
Miss you too.
I was just telling everybody like how amazing you are and how you started me on this great journey that and then I actually gave a pun that I didn't mean to. Like I felt like I was in like the concrete and I rose and I was like, oh snap, a little plug.
That's bars.
All right,
let's find out you've been rapping.
Start. Well, I have bars, but like let's not do that today. All right. So let's get into this. Tell me what made you become a trainer.
So it really was a culmination of a few things. So I had started my own fitness journey around 2017, 2018, and I actually started with a trainer. And as time went on, I decided to, take off the training wheels and just really started doing my own thing. And as I was doing that, I was very loud about my progress, loud about my journey, posting progress along the way, showing my workouts in my Instagram story. And Snapchat was still valid at that time.
Yeah, no one has Snapchat anymore.
So around that time, you know, that you're doing something, I guess, or making progress when you get around people, the only thing they want to talk about is fitness.
Yes.
And I think that that was definitely a motivator in my journey. But for me, my primary role as in work is social work. So I really I just genuinely enjoy helping people become the best version of themselves.
Yes.
And I think that training was just an extension of that.
Yeah.
And it's something that came naturally for me because it's something that had already become an avid part of my life. So, like I said, it was just a way of me helping people become the best version of themselves. So, at the beginning of, I guess, the pandemic, I got my certification and I found a way to make that happen.
Do what it do, baby.
Yeah.
You mentioned it, and I seen your before and after. You went from Steve Urkel to Stephon. How long did it take you?
Steve Urkel is crazy.
I'm
Um,
saying, you gotta let the people know you went from a to okay. How long did that take you to get first of all to be motivated, and for other people who may look at you and be like, man, I want to look like that.
Honestly, uh, really, between the time that the before picture and the after picture that I have on my page, that's a 2 year time difference. That's July of 2018 to July of 2020.
All right, I got like a year and a half. Okay, I got a year and a half to go,
Yeah. So I mean, but it's all subjective. It really depends. Or you could work out for 2 years, but now
and
that
nothing happens.
yeah, and that's also depends on like the type of intensity that you're training at, or the program that you're programmed to, or how consistent you are. It
Or
goes.
let's say your number one thing you say to me all the time: discipline.
Yeah, discipline is very important because you can work out for 2 years and eat McDonald's every day and it won't show. Or you can work out for 2 years and work out once a week and you'll see something, but you probably won't see a drastic change. So
Yeah.
discipline, consistency is very important.
How
So
many days a week do you feel like someone, like you said, to see the work? How many days, how many hours do someone have to put in order to be able to see like that booty getting bigger, or that, or the abs, and not like a 1 pack or 2 pack, like I mean like the whole 8 pack.
um so I typically tell clients or just friends or anyone that wants to get into fitness, I tell them to shoot for 4 times a week at minimum. 3 times is I would say is like the bare minimum, but I think 3 to 4 times a week is your best bet. Um, for me and like my fitness friends, we shoot for 5 or 6. And the thing with that is if you go for 6 and for some reason you miss one day, at least you got 5 days out that week done. Or if you shoot for 5 and you miss one day, at least you got 4. And
Right.
that level of consistency will
So
definitely,
true.
yeah.
I agree with you 100%. So someone just wrote in the comments, what are your eating habits?
So I one thing about me,
You eat whatever you want.
I don't eat whatever I want.
Yeah.
I don't eat whatever I want, but I don't necessarily believe in diets. I think that you become. I think that diets are temporary, and when it comes to fitness, it's really a lifestyle.
Yes.
Once you commit to the lifestyle, you realize that certain decisions that you make affected in so many ways. So for me, my diet, I know that every day I'm going to have breakfast. Like it's 100% happening for me. And more than likely my breakfast is oatmeal, um, some fruits. Uh, I may have some orange juice. I may have some water. But apart from that, I don't usually eat too heavy throughout the day. I do snack a lot. Um, and when I do have a big meal, it's usually not too late. So it's a very balanced diet, but like I said, it's rooted in habits.
What if you go out for day party, right?
Mhm.
And then you come home and it's like 9 o'clock and you're hungry. Do you go to bed it's hungry, or do you eat like maybe like a protein shake or something? I'm just asking for the people, not me. I'm just asking for other people.
I mean, I try not to go to bed hungry. If for whatever reason I do end up coming home late, I feel like I'm at that level where I'm disciplined enough to,
Work it out the next day.
yeah, right. So even if I have something that may throw off my diet a bit, um, I'll eat it. But then, like I said, I work out 5, 6 times a week, so it won't affect me the way that I guess the a person who's not really active would be affected by it.
Right. So I see that you're wearing something that looks very nice.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, all right. Would you mind telling us what you're wearing and who designed it and all of that in between?
Sure. So I started a clothing line last year. It's called Leron Rose. Um, and the tagline is "The Rose That Grew." It's a luxury athleisure brand that kind of marries fitness with active, like with everyday activities. So it's really a leisure type clothing line that is used for, like I said, everyday wear.
But
But
how do you have time to be a guidance counselor, a trainer, a whole influencer, a boyfriend? Am I missing anything like a son, a friend, and have a clothing line? Like, how is this possible? Are you following the Beyonce method? Like, you got 24 hours in a day, make it happen?
that's all it is, honestly. Everybody has 24 hours in the day, and you get to choose what you want to do with that. And I feel like I cut out a lot of distractions. Once upon a time, I was very much into playing video games. I would play Call of Duty, play 2K with my friends all day, and then I realized that it wasn't a lot of
You weren't getting anywhere.
yeah, it wasn't much productivity coming out of that. And at the beginning of one year, I think it was last year, I just said, you know what? Instead of playing games, I'm gonna focus on a hobby or focus on something that interests me.
That's
And
that discipline.
right, exactly. And a lot of things came from that. So, like you said, the Beyonce method, she has 24 hours. I'm pretty sure she's not sitting down playing 2K all day.
No. I mentioned this earlier to you, and for other people who may want to know, after this is done, I definitely put your handler and everyone can see your clothes and hopefully they'll buy some stuff. I could get a 10% discount for mentioning, but just wondering, when will you make clothes for the bigger girls? Like, we matter too.
I mean,
My
that's on
booty
the
is
way.
not fitting into an extra large, sir.
Everything is on the way. It's a process. Just getting it off the ground was important for me. When you have an idea, you can't wait.
For men and female,
Right,
right?
right. It's unisex, right? So
Yes.
getting it off the ground was what was most important to begin with. A lot of times people stunt their launch because of perfection and things not being exactly how they want it to be. I
Yeah.
do have everyone in mind, and the plan is to, as we grow, everyone can have access to it. But there's only one way you can grow. You have to start. You got to plant that seed. So
And
that's
to the top.
a
I
fact.
watch you become like a whole influencer because, like, when you first became my trainer, I had to stalk you to be like, oh, 4 likes to like 5,000 likes. For other people who may want to follow in your footsteps, what would you tell them? I mean, besides you obviously being really disciplined, like everything you touch has turned into gold. Like,
Oh,
you have to understand that. And I look at you like, wow, not only is he like a nice person, but you everything you have touched, you have accomplished.
I appreciate that. That really means a lot. For me, I mean, I think I don't know how I would tell anybody how to do what I did. I think it's all a matter of, especially when it comes to influencing, it's a matter of being yourself. You don't want to portray a lifestyle that's not yours and that you eventually have to kind of adjust to. If it's something that's naturally you, something that you're naturally gifted at, I think you should definitely try to find a way to monetize that. Like you're good at talking, you're good at entertaining people. So I'm very proud of you for you taking this route. But like I said, it's very important to stick to who you are, stick to your guns,
Yeah.
um, follow
It's
your
the
gift.
cancer in us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly,
you know.
exactly. Your gift will make room for you, and it's you'll find a way.
My husband said it best one day to me, but I won't let him know that it stuck with me. Make your hobby into a lifestyle,
Exactly, that's
and it
it.
won't be a job.
Exactly, that's 100% it.
Yeah,
Even
and
if
he
you
knows
have a
that.
job, if that side hustle is something that makes you happy, at least you have something to look forward to after your 9 to 5.
100%. So we have
Yeah.
two more questions for you.
Okay.
First one is, and then we'll have you stand up to show us a little moves that you can do from home. If you could be a trainer for any celebrity, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Hmm.
Ooh.
I wasn't expecting that. I would probably
I
say
know
50.
I can't tell you everything. I got to keep you a little bit off your toes. You know what I'm saying? Like you would say, you're hurt.
Yeah. I'll say 50 Cent. I think that you've trained with me. You know it's a good time. We find I
I mean,
always say
you
that.
may leave with feeling like your legs need to be ripped off,
Yeah.
but it's a good time.
Yeah, we cracking jokes, we learning, we talking, like we're discussing how our day went, we're giving each other life
You're not
advice.
yelling at me.
It's not just it's a whole experience. And I think that
Agreed.
50 Cent, like not only is he into fitness,
Yeah.
like he's from Queens and he just has a lot of gems that he shares with people. And I think that it's something, he's somebody that I could learn a lot from. Like I read one of his books and I really liked the way that he said a lot of the things that he had to say. And like I said, fitness is already something that is important to him. He talks about he doesn't miss a 5 a.m. workout, and you know me, I'm
Yeah.
up in the morning every day.
Anywhere you can get it, you will work out.
Yeah, so I would say 50.
All right. So for the people who are not like me, who are not, mini trainers, because you have taught me so well. I feel like in my head I could be a mini trainer. No? Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
100%.
You took a little time with that. Um, would you mind showing us a few moves for like people who want to work out from home? Because I feel like a lot of my friends, they're like, I can't work out, I'm not motivated, or I can't afford to go to the gym, I can't afford a trainer. I literally use an app that's for free, and it has helped me lose like 10 pounds this month. So I feel like there's no excuse.
There's no excuse.
Even if people don't want to get the app, can you maybe show us like 2 or 3 moves that they can do at home?
Okay. Um,
If you
going
can,
back to
it's all right.
going back to what you were saying about there being no excuse. You to work out or train or just to do anything that would break up a sweat, you don't really need much space. If you
Yeah,
can take
body
three,
weight.
right, exactly. You can do everything body weight. If you can take 3 steps forward and 3 steps back, you can do an entire workout in that space. Um, and I'm pretty sure that most people have heard about doing jumping jacks, have heard about doing high knees and things like that. But one thing that I would definitely recommend, that's very economical, is investing in some resistance bands. Did you ever get any?
Yes, I did. Oh, you got to see my whole workout, bro. I got resistor bands, I got dumbbells, I got the thing to do deadlifts now.
Right.
I got ankle weights. I got a Pilates bar.
Check you out.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm like a mini trainer. And
You
I
good?
just got the okay that I can go back to working out, because when I was working out with Leron, he literally almost cracked my knee in half. Remember that? You
Nah,
know? And he would be like, apply the pressure. And I'm like, I can't anymore.
I don't know
But
what you're talking about.
yeah, but because of you, you taught me there's different ways you can do low impact, you could do high impact, and
Right,
everybody's body is different.
right,
I think we taught each other that. And
right.
you also told me, like, stop being so lazy, like walk to my house, walk around the block, even if you don't have anything at home.
Yeah, go for a walk. It's very important. Just to even get out of the house and get that fresh air is a strong way to practice self care. That's very important.
So are you
But
gonna get up to show us anything, or are you just gonna sit
so
down?
the
I
thing
had
that I
I had
actually
ladies who said, yo, make him stand up. This is for the ladies.
I was asking about resistance bands. Let me run and get one from the dungeon, real
Oh,
quick. 2 seconds.
you see, I made him get up, y'all. Now we got an empty chair. The ghetto, just the ghetto, honey. But look at that, just the ghetto. I'm just so happy that you guys can be here to see him and the empty chair. And he's such a good person. And I hope while you guys are watching this that you picked up some things. And if you definitely want to get his number, if you have my number, feel free to contact me or to go to his handler on Instagram. It's Leron.Rose. And I'm telling you, it's life changing. And he's going to show us a few things that he has taught me that I do at home now. Like you heard him, a resistant band is the number one thing. It's so affordable. and it's for anyone. And I literally bought a pack of 3 for $5.99 at Target. So there's more than one kind of resistant band. And once he comes back, I'm so excited for him to show us. There he goes. Oh, this is the one that used to get my hair stuck.
Get your hair stuck?
Yeah, because remember at first I didn't know how to use it. I had to be like, let me tell you how bad I was when I first started, people. I had to have him put the resistant band on my leg. Like I was so lazy, so fat, so out of shape that I couldn't even bend down to put the resistant band when we used to do good mornings. You see, I even remember what it's called. Holla at me.
All right, so let's start with that. Good mornings.
Okay.
So good mornings. All right, so this is a resistance band. There are different types. Um, this one right here I got on Amazon. Like I'm not really sure how much I paid, but you can get some for $20 to $30, and they can help you with mimicking anything that you do in the gym.
Facts.
Um,
So true.
so if you want to do an arm workout, you can use these for curls. If you want to do a leg workout, you can use these in many ways. So I'll show you how to do the good mornings that you were talking about. Do you know what good mornings work on?
This is my show.
All right, so what you want to do is stand on the resistance band.
We can't see.
All right, I'll put the laptop.
Maybe do no. So maybe just do a workout that we can see on top. Your arms.
No, I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
Feet shoulder width
Well, you're
apart.
standing on it, feet apart a little bit.
Right.
I'll
So
be your sidekick because I know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I try to tell you.
for good morning, you're standing on it right now. You're gonna put this over your neck, right? And what you want to do is hinge at the hip, keep your back flat.
It works out your glutes.
Right.
It works out your quads. Maybe okay. It works out your legs and your butt. That's what matters, ladies.
Right, your lower back
and your tummy because you're doing like abs.
Right. So it's more so a posterior chain workout. It works on your. It works
out your glutes. It works out your quads. Someone's listening to me. It's all right. I appreciate it. Thank you. How dare they? What a hater.
Lower back, glutes. So lower back, glutes, hamstring. It really works.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Yeah.
So what you're gonna do is hinge at the hip, right? You're gonna bend over, and then stand up. Simple.
And make sure you squeeze your glutes as you get up.
Squeeze your glutes at the top.
And your neck should stay down.
Another one. I'm still standing on it. I'll do some curls.
I hate curls.
Here's another dynamic movement you can do. So I'm holding it like this, right? I'll do a squat.
And the shoulder press.
I stand up into a shoulder press, right? Or you can do a front raise with it.
That's to work out the turkey arms.
Yes. So like I said, resistance band is a great investment. Those are only a few things I just did standing here. You can even like do like to this. Right.
And this works for like everyone, like especially if you have like arthritis, this will be a great workout for older women, younger women, men who try to get those pecs, you know what I'm saying? The nice back.
All the above.
You can just start there. You can use them to like what? To do like high knee, like to do knee ups and kicks and all that.
All the above.
I'm trying to tell you, we would make a great team.
Let's do it.
D Rose.
Contact my people.
All right. The name of our group would be D Rose. Or B Rose. You know what I'm saying?
Heard you.
Well, I want to thank you so much for giving me your time today. I miss you a tons. I want to thank you. I said it before, and I want to thank you again for helping me get on this journey that I am on today. And I said it to everyone. You need to follow him. You need to contact him, and he will turn you into someone you never thought that you could be. And this is from my mouth to God's ears.
I appreciate that. But everyone also needs to know that it starts with you. I can help you, program you with the best program that will help you achieve your goals, but the discipline and the commitment and just the ability to take the first step is going to have to start with you. So
Agreed. And something that I like that maybe some other people look for you, not only do you train, but you're kind of like a coach in between. So anytime like I would be like, I ate too much, you would be like, focus. Or if I'm like, I'm down 1 pound at like 8 in the morning, you would still respond to me. So like you also give each client their individual time.
yeah, it's a relationship. It's an
Yeah.
experience. It's in a relationship, and it's like it, it's somebody that you're working with to make such a huge life change. You're more than likely going to disclose um, these types of things that obviously need that type of positive reinforcement, or even
Yeah.
if you need to be told about yourself. I'm not too shy about telling you about yourself.
No, we know. I've
So
been there.
I think that that's important when it comes to especially that discipline. Um, it's a process. It's not easy, and if it was, trainers wouldn't exist.
Yes.
So I'm happy to do
Appreciate you so much. As soon as it gets warmer, I'm coming to you because I hate being in the garage.
that. All right, no problem. Make sure you
I'm
stay
sorry.
active and keep living that healthy lifestyle. I'm proud of you.
I'm so thankful for you, brother. I maybe walk down one day this week just to see you. I miss you so much.
Pull up on me.
You heard?
All
Bye.
right, later. Good luck with your show.
Thank you, boo.
All right.
Oh, that was so nice of him. Oh, who's on the screen right here? You didn't even give me a chance to say thank you to Leron. You just slid right on in.
Oh, me?
No, the guy behind you. Yes, you.
Oh no. What did I do?
I'm I'm so thankful for you for joining my show on time. Sorry, Leron.
Well, we don't have to. He's got a nice clothing line, though, I must say.
Oh, you may have to look that up. It's very, very nice. And I can't wait for him to make it for more different colors and for everyone of all shapes and sizes. I'm very,
Absolutely.
very proud of him.
For
So
sure.
thank you so much. This is our first time actually talking. You're always on the sports hit list, running your mouth with those guys.
Yeah, running my mouth with your husband, for sure.
Yes. We don't have to say
Thank
my
you for
husband.
having
What
me.
if people are looking and they want to know, like, you know, is she single?
Yeah, some guy. His name is Carl. He
Okay,
lives in Long
thank
Island.
you. God. First, let's talk about you and your new show that will be coming out on the same network as I am. And Carl's basically pimping us out, right? So make sure you put the sports hit list on the tagline.
Gotta do it, though.
So tell us about your show that's going to be starting pretty soon.
For sure. So it's called Smoke and Mirrors. I'm obviously, for those of you guys who don't know, my name is Declan Krogman. My two co-hosts are your prom date, Greg Polius, and his brother, Stephen Polius. So pretty much, we're just talking sports. We're on for Mondays and Fridays on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
You're
just
going
like
on,
you. Congrats, by the way.
You're going every day?
No, Mondays and Fridays.
Oh, you get 2 days. Okay. You guys got time on your hands. All right.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
that's whatever. So cool.
Thank you. So yeah, Mondays and Fridays, 1 o'clock.
On TV, like live on Facebook on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you basically are kind of gonna own this ish, right?
Really? Well,
think about it. You're gonna have your show with Greg on Monday and Friday, and then you're gonna be talking on the other guy. You know, we don't need to mention his name. Show. Because he literally just wrote in my ear, "It's my show. We don't care. This is our time right now." You know, if he wouldn't have a show if it wasn't for his supporting act. You know what I'm saying, Declan? Don't be.
We're coming in hot today. I don't know. This guy, he writes my checks.
Okay, all right.
Whatever. My invisible checks. So I got to be very careful.
Okay, I'll make sure you stay on. Don't you know that?
Oh, of course. I know you have my back. That's
Sacramento.
That's like the post plus.
Go back to your show. I apologize.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so we're gonna be talking sports Mondays, Fridays at 1 o'clock. Myself and the Polii, as Carl likes to call them. Greg and Steph Polius.
Carl's a hater.
He's not a hater. He's great. We're talking football, baseball, basketball, hockey, you name it. You want to talk something? I think we might have callers. I'm not sure. Our first show is either gonna be in 2-3 weeks. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty excited. I never thought I'd be doing something like this early in my life. And I'm so excited about that because it's a dream come true, of course. So shout out to Errol Marks, obviously Carl Coolidge for kind of bringing this about. I'm super stoked. I know that's absolutely stoked. That's probably the whitest word I could have possibly said.
During Black History Month, how dare you?
I mean, I should get canceled for that.
No way. 2021, we are not canceling the culture. We are holding people accountable.
Yes. That's a great call. 100%. I got my, sweater.
Swagalicious.
Dude,
okay.
Oh my God. The guy before me, Leron, he's got a fashion line. So I got.
You're like, what the hell?
I got to bring something. Dude, I bring the drip to Carl's shows on Wednesday,
okay.
man, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Yes, I love it. Okay. Let's do this.
Today,
I said earlier, I'm the girl who knows everything and nothing about sports. And so I have some things that, that I care about that I would like to discuss. And I hope that you can, hold the conversation with me about it.
You give me anything, I will talk to the best of my abilities. I'm so excited. I thought I feel like I'm on the Tonight Show, to be perfectly honest. I was ready for
stop it. Do not make my head go any bigger than it is.
I was ready for an Andy Cohen type of variety of questions on Watch What Happens Live. I am so excited.
I love that show.
I'm so excited for this. I don't bring a sweater out for anybody, all right? This is like a Christmas get together.
That could just slide into the DMs, girls. Okay.
Oh no, I'm taken. We can't have any lady fan clubs.
Oh, how dare you? Okay. So I don't know if you heard, but Stephen A. Smith said that Steph Curry is the new Patrick Mahomes. Did you hear that? And do you agree?
So I heard that, and funny story behind that. When I first heard about this from you, actually, and then I looked it up. I saw Stephen A. said it. I know you're breaking news for me.
I know nothing but everything.
Breaking news live on the air. I mean, come on. The Worldwide Sports Radio Network, they're just so lucky. Carl's giving them every good show left and right. I think that's actually a great comp for this reason, essentially. So my dad had actually mentioned it. I remember back in 2018 when Pat Mahomes threw 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards and went to the AFC Championship and lost to Tom Brady, who I would say is the LeBron of the NFL. We saw a time where Steph Curry really took over the NBA and was obviously he was a great point guard, but, in some crowds, he's regarded as the best shooter of all time. Listen, I'm not a basketball guy. That's like my third sport, but I can hang. All right, I can hang here. Not on the basketball panel, though. Carl would never let me on with those guys. But I think that Steph Curry, right, is he totally, how do I say it? Is he living up to the magnitude or did he go through the magnitude that Patrick Mahomes has? Mahomes could be a top 5 quarterback of all time. His ceiling is there. Last Sunday hurt him in terms of legacy if he's going to catch Tom Brady, 100%. But is he more talented than Brady?
We'll get there.
I can't wait, first of all. Carl canceled us. Could you believe this? He didn't give us a Wednesday show after the freaking Super Bowl. That's unbelievable. Oh, my God.
I'll see if I can write a letter.
That's like skipping Christmas Mass. I'm just – yeah, but I think it's a great comp, honestly. But I do think that Pat Mahomes can be – far and away. I'm no disrespect to Steph Curry. I just think Pat Mahomes can be that guy in the history books for the next, hopefully 20 years like Brady. I really hope that can happen for him. But I think at the moment, it's a great comp for sure.
See, when I heard Stephen A. Smith said that, I took it differently, him comparing him to Patrick Mahomes, because I was thinking Stephen A. Smith said he's one of the best shooters that we have right now in the league. And I was thinking the same thing for Patrick. And then I was like, well, if take out football to put them together. If you that's what we said when LeBron kind of first came out, he was the best we have in the league, right? But didn't LeBron also end up switching so many different teams because he felt like he was playing by himself? So would we say the same thing for Steph? Eventually, do you think he may go somewhere else?
So I think at this point, Golden State's problem is they need to get healthy. And that starts with Clay. So obviously KD left. Draymond, I think, while I don't think the world of him, I think that he's a great teammate. He speaks his mind, sometimes explicitly, but I love it. I don't think Steph Curry's going to leave anytime soon, but I think we could see it in the future. After Tom Brady left New England, anything is possible. We could see anybody leave.
Speaking of Tom Brady and Tampa Bay, Okay, first I'll say about the Super Bowl. I said it earlier and when I still started. I 100% thought that Tampa Bay was going to lose. I feel like Tom Brady has enough. Like, let's give it to the underdog. But when the Tampa Bay won, and I had to admit to Carl that, the reason why they won is because who wanted it more? Who had to prove themselves more?
Yeah.
And Tom Brady definitely had to prove himself to others more. Like, this is why I left. I'm
Which is
43
crazy.
years old, and this is what I
crazy.
can accomplish.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that I would call them the younger team, they basically got spanked by their daddy. When you think like you play a game with your uncle or someone older and you're like, oh, I'm going to kill this. And everyone is rooting for me. And it takes an older guy to be like, I still got something in me, son. Like,
honestly, you know what? It reminds me of like, listen, obviously we never saw this matchup, but it reminds me of like if Jordan got to play Kobe or if Jordan got to play LeBron and beat him in the finals. That's kind of what it seems like to me. Maybe I'm off base on that, but I really think so highly of Patrick Mahomes. I think, he didn't have a great
because
game.
they definitely said when this started, like this is like a GOAT with a training wheel. So it's like we never ever got to see like LeBron against Jordan. Like that's what this was for the football world.
And it's insane that we got to see it considering the age difference that I think
that's another bit.
They didn't spend 2 seconds not talking about the age difference. I mean, GOAT and baby GOAT. We're calling a grown man baby GOAT.
Yeah, why not?
What? The guy won MVP. Unbelievable.
Rumor has it that Tampa Bay may want OJ. What do you think about that? I mean, besides him being a good-looking guy, how do we feel about that? He's another person that kind of was on the team alone, like doing all the work. I think that would make Tampa Bay unstoppable.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm not going to necessarily comment on his physical attractiveness, but I'll comment on Odell the player. So I think that Odell, essentially, since he came into the league, he had Eli Manning, who in 2014, 2015 threw for 30 plus touchdowns on it, and while he was on the back nine of his career,
Eli Manning was the one that everyone was talking about all the time.
Yeah. Yes, and rightfully so. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback. Probably my second favorite quarterback of all time, besides Andrew Luck. But in terms of Odell, since Odell kind of, not necessarily when Eli was retiring, but I would say this all started in 2018 after the Giants, boat trip in 2016. Odell gets hurt 2017, bad year 2018. Now we start linking Odell to trade rumors, all right? You see Cleveland because his best friend Jarvis Landry's there. You see the Niners because they're willing to give up the pick. And then, of course, they did it with Randy Moss, and that's like the only one that actually happened. Every big-time receiver, if there's trade bait, if there's free agency looming, they get linked to Tom Brady. And it's going to happen. It's inevitable. He's the greatest quarterback of all time. Who wouldn't want to see such a, generational? I believe that Odell can be. Feel yourself over that. I'm loving it.
I'm listening to you and I'm thinking of the football players like, okay, sorry.
Like Brady, Odell. All right, fine. The better looking quarterback won this weekend, must say. Hate to say it, but must say, because I love Patrick Mahomes. Really?
We'll talk about that off air. Tom Brady.
You don't have to.
Tom Brady's silly. Sorry.
Whoa, okay. What happened?
So is Patrick. I'm not a football, like, I rather basketball, so I got a couple of questions about that. Next, go. But I know you love football, so like, live in your spotlight.
I can talk. I'll talk whatever you want, and it doesn't matter what it is.
All right, don't come for me.
I'm not coming. Don't worry. I'm not coming for anybody. That's why you like Carl, though. I mean, the basketball. But for sure. So Odell, everyone's going to link him to Tom Brady.
Has sucked basketball out of me. When you like something and then someone eats it or does it all the time, and now you're like, that's what has happened with Carl. But keep going back.
Ooh, that's tough. Yeah, I mean, my dad's on a 72-hour fast, and he's starting to make me feel bad about eating. So maybe that's the parallel. But yeah, it's horrible. I can't even eat in front of the guy. Nah, he's doing great. He's a big dude too, so he's jacked. We're chilling. Anyway, I feel like Jim Carrey on Letterman right now. Like we're getting shot out of a cannon. What a debut show! You get like one of the best physical trainers, and then we just mesh for the sports hit list. Ultimate collaboration, I would say. But anyway, yeah. In terms of Odell, getting back to sports, Odell and Tom Brady. He was linked to the Pats a lot. It never went through. But he'll be linked to the Bucs too. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's great for both sides. First of all, I think that adding Odell to a team that has proven to win, and I hate to play this card because it's so media, based and narrative driven. But the guy hasn't won yet. And whether that's his fault or not his fault, it sucks, but he hasn't won yet. And I don't want to add that extra baggage to a team that's coming off a Super Bowl that, hey, listen, Tom Brady looks like he played till he's 60. But realistically speaking, if he's got 2-3 years left, hopefully he's got more for football's sake, or hopefully not for people who hate him. This is a team that really you would like to see them get more than one ring, which is insane. I mean, this is Tom Brady. He won in his first year. But that's the goal. Everyone knows, Tom Brady. That's the goal.
Have you seen him on the videos of him partying?
Oh my God!
Like clearly have to be carried out.
Like me on New Year's Eve. Unbelievable, Deb.
That's what happens when you work out so much and you stay healthy and like 2 drinks and you're already like gone.
He was a lightweight for sure.
Yeah.
He looked. He reminded me of the football kicker that heads to a frat party on a Friday night before a Saturday scrimmage. What did he White Claw wasted? Two at most. What did he say? Avocado tequila? I didn't even know that was a thing. He must have spent $2 million on that like he did for his boat.
Well, listen, I only have like 5 more minutes left because we've been talking so much, and I still have 2 more questions.
They should give you 3 hours, to be perfectly honest with you. But
I don't know if anybody wants to hear me for that long. I don't even think I want to hear myself for that long. Sorry. My husband definitely doesn't want to hear me for that.
That's so relatable for me. Yeah. Oh my God. I hate listening to myself back.
This is a big question that I want to get your point of view from because Carl and I have been arguing about this. Do you feel like the bubble needs to return, especially for the net players?
Okay. It seems like the net players have gotten a raw deal. The KD thing, I can't even figure it out at all. I've had Carl explain it to me, and he was honestly, I thought he was going to blow a gasket on the air. Very frustrated.
Oh my God, don't even get him started. When I say that I think the bubble needs to return, he gets so upset. But it's like the Nets are not a good example. They're showing us why they need to go back in it. I'm sorry.
So here would be my opinion. And listen, I did think about this question for a while. Because obviously, Carl sent me, a couple like topics that we might get to. Who knew we were going to talk this long? We probably got to half. But do I think that like the bubble? I think it's such a complicated issue, and I'm kind of leaning towards Carl. Not that I don't think that there might. No disrespect. Okay. All right. Not that I don't think a bubble would work better. Okay, while a bubble would work better.
Say, you know what? This team, you have shown us, like when you're at work, you have shown us that you cannot be trusted. You guys are now all in the bubble. And if you're upset, I'm sorry, blame your players.
Yeah, but then that's also going down like a narrative. Like we see these right wingers on social media, or a bunch of people that say like only some kids go to school. If you want to go to school, you don't want to wear a mask, you go in. Then I feel like we're playing that. Okay,
that's your fault. I don't know what to say. You're affecting other people.
Totally. I can't speak to what Kevin Durant does off the court. I'd like to think he practices social distancing and wears masks.
All right, let's forget about Kevin Durant. Let's talk about Mr. Harden, who was obsessed with going to locations where exotic dance. Okay, exotic dance. Now they're dancing all over you, on top of you. You're getting that COVID booty in your face, and then you're going to play a game. Like, is that fair? Oh, okay, I guess.
Said COVID booty. Wow.
I
don't hear that on the hit list sometimes. Yeah, that's insane. Again, I can't speak to what James Harden does off the court, but I have heard that. I think everyone's heard that. That's a meme. And probably a reality from what we've heard. But in terms of the bubble, here's my thing. It's so tough. And listen, LeBron complains like, all right, I don't want to stay in a hotel for 90 days away from my family. Forget the fact that it's one of the best hotels on the planet or in the country. Yeah. I don't care. But if we're talking about a guy, like I'm not going to, take a random guy like Austin Rivers, who has been good this year, but is like, whatever. I don't want to say the word average, but he's not an all-star type of player. We take a random guy and we take all these guys, we bring them to the bubble, all 30 teams in the NBA. Then you're bringing these guys away from their family. It's going to be for a year. And listen, the NFL, and I hate to go back to football because I know that's not what we were here to talk about in this case. The NFL didn't have to cancel one game. They postponed, moved things around. They made it work. And you know what? For some strange reason, they probably shouldn't have even had it. I disagree with it wholeheartedly, but they did have fans. To a certain extent. I thought it was fun at the Super Bowl. They spaced it out nicely, but they did have fans.
With all the cardboards, Carl thought that was real people until they did a zoom in. The best was seeing like celebrities like, oh, I'm at the Super Bowl, check me out, or like normal people, and it was a cardboard box. I thought that was funny. No, you didn't like that?
I thought that was hilarious. I think you're right. I think even the baseball, like people would do like people's dogs. They would have the if you know guy from Barstool Sports, the T-shirt of that guy, which is just hilarious. But But yeah, I think it's going to be tough to do a bubble because you have these teams that are the NBA doesn't even have fans right now, and they can't get it. For lack of a better word, they can't get their ish together. So baseball is going to come back with 10% capacity fans, at least in New York, whatever they have. Otherwise, in other
cities, a new rule that's coming out that it could be like 10%. So basically, the players' wives and mothers. That's about it.
Sure. We're starting at 10%. Yeah, exactly. It's starting at 10%. Yeah, the players' wives and their girlfriends in each city, as Pete Rose had. Baseball is a dirty game, man. But yeah, I think that the arenas, if they're empty, I don't think they need to go to a bubble. I think Brooklyn's just having a hard time. Adam Silver's going to send out some letter saying, everybody better make sure that we're staying clear. But again, I can't really speak too much to the protocols. I think a bubble would work again, but I think it's just so much moving baggage that the NBA doesn't want to go into a bubble if all the other sports are doing great where they're at right now.
Yeah, the NFL didn't have a problem. It's just basketball.
Which is crazy. I mean, I guess it is an arena. It's indoors.
So I have a final question. It's about basketball as well. Well, two questions, but here's one. So I read that Devin Booker is the new player to watch out for.
Love Devin Booker.
Basically nothing about him except for that he plays for the Suns. I think he's like 27. His dad played as well off seeds. Look at me knowing the facts. I really need y'all to stop judging me.
It's good.
I know my stuff. And also the most important thing that I know is that he dates Kendall Jenner. So
yes. I was going to say he's definitely a player to watch. He's a player to watch and
Rodeo Drive. Took him underneath his wing, right?
Yes. And mentored by Chris Paul too.
Yes, and now he plays with Chris Paul.
There you go.
That's a dynamic duo. Do you agree that he's someone that we need to watch out for?
Absolutely. First of all, my sister is one of the first Suns fans I've ever met, and she's 2 years younger than me, and she's been a Suns fan for like 4 or 5 years, and she just got like a Suns jacket, right? I've been rocking that because it's so fire. NBA store, hoodie gang. The merch is just crazy. Anyway, so I've been rocking the Suns. I think I'm going to get my sister. Hopefully she's not watching. I think she is. I got her 2K, but I'm probably going to get her a Devin Booker jersey in the near future if I can make it work. Listen, Carl's got to start paying me if I'm going to buy out jerseys, but we're going to definitely.
I'm a Miami Heat fan. Thanks.
Yeah. Tyler Hero, man. Playing some hero ball. All right. We got to go Jimmy Butler. Is that what you prefer?
Jimmy Butler has the same birthday as Karl Kawhi, and Karl hates him. So I think that's even funnier.
That is funnier. How about I get it for Carl's birthday? And I get a women's one. So it'll be very confusing.
But you know what I think we should do? This is my first show. I think we need to do a repeat of when Miami was against Celtics. And I feel like if Miami beats Celtics again, Karl Kawhi should walk around with the Miami Heat, like sweatshirt on, and like give props.
Deb,
that's how I feel in my soul. But, ladies and gentlemen,
I must just say something. I just got to pick something up quick.
Are we taking off pants? What's going on?
No, I'm not taking off my pants. But
why are we wearing Celtics? That's Carl's favorite shorts. Why do we have those?
Maybe that's why Carl likes me. That could be why. It could be why. You never know.
Well,
you never know
in life, you have two friends, and sometimes you have one. And now you officially have one, and his name is Karl Kawhi. So it was nice having you on my show. It'll be your last.
No, don't do this. Listen, we had such a great time.
It'll be your last time ever on my show.
Dude, I just had these like shorts that's laying around.
Those are like Carl's favorite shorts ever. He loves them. He's an NBA.
I'll have to send that along with the Jimmy Butler jersey.
Yes.
Do you want me to talk back on Devin Booker though?
Yes, please. I'm sorry. It's like we're like all over.
It's
okay.
Cool. I was too busy like stretching Celtic shorts. It's cool.
No, it's a problem. So tell us about Devin.
Devin Booker on the Celtics? Never gonna happen. I wish it would though, but it's not going to.
I'm actually surprised that he's not looking to go to LA to be closer to his. Oh.
You know why? Because he's the man. He's loyal. He's loyal to the Suns.
Yeah.
Even though they haven't really done much, except until this year when they got Chris Paul, they hadn't done much to help him. But now they are. He's 24 this year, I believe. Yeah, I think he's 24, 25. I'm going to go with 24. And now they have one of the best, backcourts in the league. I would think so, at least in the Western Conference. And now, in terms of the Kendall Jenner stuff, what else do I say? He's a name to watch on Rodeo Drive for sure in the Kardashian household. If there was an extra season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which there's not, after we see Kim and
They're
Kanye.
going on Hulu, but they're keeping it under wraps.
Whoa. Did you guys break a bombshell on your first show?
Yes,
about
they're
the
going to be on
Kardashians?
Hulu. They're going to go on Hulu. They wanted more money. Money talks, money talks, money
I
talks.
know. Is this real news or not?
Yes,
not
I'm telling you.
I don't mean it like that. I mean, like, is that news out there that
No,
I
it's
live
not
under?
out
I
yet.
don't know. Oh my God, Mom, you hear that?
I'm obsessed with news. Like, so I always try to find out the earliest scoop. You know.
My girlfriend watches Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
I just came in.
My
like
mom watches Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
I think everyone and their mother, even though they don't want to admit they watch it, they have watched it at least once.
You know what? I'm confident enough to say that I sneak watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but I don't watch it alone. That would be weird.
Yeah.
I mean, you see some clips. Scott Disick. Oh my God, hilarious. I hope him and Courtney work it out. They probably won't, but I hope they do.
No, she's dating that Travis
Barker. Yeah, the drummer from Blink 182, whatever. He's Machine Gun Kelly's drummer. I know, right? We're very versatile today.
I see. I feel it. I appreciate it, and I love it.
Absolutely. You know the vibes. Why KTV?
But thank you so much for being on my show today. You are such a sweetheart. I'm so excited for you and your show. I will definitely be watching. You're going to be on it. My heart with Gregor. And now with you, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of Gregor. I'm so proud of Gregor's brother. And we'll talk soon.
Absolutely. We got to have you on the show. Not sure when it's starting. Couple weeks. We'll get in a date, but we got to have you on. You got some things to discuss with your prom date. All right. And
best prom date ever.
Worst or best?
Best prom date ever.
That's great to hear.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. This was a great show. Honestly.
Thank you so much.
This network has lucked out in so many ways, starting with the Coulange name. And
Deborah Voltaire Coulange.
Absolutely. Well, I was kind of saying, because I know he's not a Voltaire, so I was saying starting with the Coulange household.
Oh, the legacy.
Yes, the legacy is rich and growing, I would say.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. This is my first show. I hope you all liked it. I had a great time, and I appreciate everyone for tuning in. I just want you guys to all know that I was about to end my show, and then I got a stupid note from someone saying, please don't forget to plug his show. Like, don't forget to plug the Sports Hit List. I didn't talk about him enough, right? I didn't mention his name enough, but I need to you guys know, this is on Chicken Scratch. Hold on, let me see if I can even read it. The Sports Hit List is a show that it was started from my husband. I actually helped him get where he is now. You know, behind a strong man is a woman. I am the creative director. Check out the credits when you get a chance. But it airs on Wednesday live at 4 p.m. He has a great group of guys who I can say most of them, honestly, have become my dear friends. So I'm so happy for them and everything they have accomplished. Also, the Hit List presents the B Show. It's the sister show. I am not your sister. I am the woman. Hear me roar. Take your notes out of my way. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. For all the people who watch, please let other people know. Share, spread, show the love. And I can't wait for you to join me next week. I was so scared. I think I'm like sweating underneath here. But I survived my first show. Thank you for joining me. Every Thursday is now called B-Day. And I will see you next week. Love you all. Be good to each other. Be strong. Be healthy. And most of all, be yourself. Bye, guys. Thank you.